In the first case of this book, Edgeworth attends a masquerade party. A woman in an extremely revealing devil outfit tries to seduce him. Edgeworth isn't interested because her wedding ring tan shows that she's married. Edgeworth is more concerned with a shy woman in a witch costume. Edgeworth keeps trying to chat with her, while the first woman keeps interrupting and showing off her boobs. Consider me very surprised that this is the story they started the manga series with. It's like the author played the Edgeworth game and said, hey, you know what this game needs? A sexy love triangle.
Argo Funk Book Review. Argo Funk Book Review.
Someone is murdered in the woman's bathroom nearby. Blood is everywhere. The killer must have blood all over their clothes. There's also a locked stall. Inside is a drunk person wearing nothing but a pair of underwear. Detective Gumshoe is embarrassed by this sight. When Edgeworth is told about the murder, he immediately identifies the witch as the killer. He says she stole the witch costume from the drunk person to cover up her blood-stained clothes. In real life, I'm sure the police would politely ask the woman to remove her cloak so they could see if the turtleneck she's wearing underneath is covered in blood. That is the simple, easy way to resolve this case. But of course Edgeworth won't take the easy way out when he can show off his detective skills. Edgeworth knows the witch outfit is not the woman's costume, since her shoes don't match. Also, she's left-handed, but she's wearing her pin on the left shoulder. This could be a cultural thing. I was taught you always pin name tags on your right shoulder because that's the arm you use to shake hands. Then again, this is not a name tag, so maybe the rules are different. The witch claims that she merely borrowed the costume from the drunk woman. She didn't steal the costume. Edgeworth reveals the final clue. The drunk person in the woman's restroom is a man. He just happened to be wearing a gender-specific outfit in the wrong bathroom. He did that because he was drunk, and also the story needed a plot twist. Now I'm questioning the earlier moment where Gumshoe was embarrassed because he saw a mostly nude woman. That must have happened in order to deceive the readers. Edgeworth's admirer is even more attracted to him now that he solved a murder. She's unhappy to learn that Edgeworth is not wearing a costume for the masquerade ball. Those are his normal clothes. The rest of the book is a 3-chapter case called Turnabout Last Number. Gumshoe forces Edgeworth to come with him to a rock concert. Edgeworth is angry the whole time. The guitarist interrupts the last song with a solo. Clearly there must be murder plans afoot, because guitarists never take solos. Everyone yells at the guitarist during the 10-minute break before their encore. The lead singer usually appears on a stage lift. When the stage lift comes up, his dead body is on it. Somebody killed him during the break. Gumshoe and Edgeworth take control of the situation. The area under the stage is blocked by a lot of boxes. Inside is the murder weapon, a bowling ball. The drummer looks guilty. Since he owns the murder weapon, no one can confirm his alibi, and he laughs with glee over the victim's death. There are 20 people on staff, but the book can't possibly have enough space to focus on all of them. We only meet Clemmy, nicknamed Clumsy. He messed up the smoke during the show, and he accidentally ordered 200 food boxes instead of 20. Those were the boxes blocking the understage area. Well, if Clumsy and his boxes blocked the only door the whole time, how did the culprit get in and out of the crime scene? Edgeworth learns one of the onstage amps is empty, and the victim's hat was covered with glow-in-the-dark paint. The vital clue in the mystery is the control panel. The marks on the outside of the panel indicate that the writing was moved. The panel is supposed to look like this, with all the marks lined up. As you can see, S is number 3. The culprit purposely moved the panel to this incorrect position, where S is number 4. I'm sorry, but that is not a picture of S at number 4. That is still S at number 3. It's a bummer that the picture doesn't match the mystery solution. Maybe that was a mistake made when they translated the book from Japanese to English. Since the label is wrong, Clumsy accidentally pressed the stage lift button, not the smoke machine button. The door to the stage lift opened, and the victim fell backwards to the downstairs area. The killer then took a bowling ball, which was hidden inside the empty amp. He dropped it on the victim's head, using the victim's glow-in-the-dark paint as a target. The culprit is the guitarist, who was closest to the amp. He played his loud solo to cover up the sound of the stage lift. His guilt is proven beyond a shadow of a doubt when one of his fingerprints is found on the control label. The end. Post-book follow-up. I like the first case, but it's a little deceptive to portray Edgeworth as a genius who solves murder mysteries without visiting crime scenes or going over evidence. That's just a one-time thing. For the rest of the series, he'll search every crime scene in detail. It'd be weird if there weren't any investigations in the Investigations series, right? Plus, if he didn't investigate, the books would be too short. The second case was fine, except for the artwork messing up on the vital clue. I did not see anybody else complain about it, so maybe that was just my copy that had the mistake. Edgeworth is fairly in character in this book. I think he uses some common slang terms that he'd avoid in the games. He comes across as a touch meaner. Detective Gumshoe is far less in character. Normally, he's your pal. He's a well-meaning cop who occasionally screws up, but who always comes through when it matters. Here, he's just an idiot who can't do anything right. He constantly annoys Edgeworth. Maybe that's why Edgeworth seems like more of a meanie. He's criticizing Gumshoe more often. Overall, I'd say this series is in line both with the video game and with the Phoenix Wright manga series. I actually prefer this manga series over Phoenix's. Since there's no courtroom stuff, there's more focus on detective murder mystery stuff. Also, every Edgeworth book has 2 full cases per book. Most of Phoenix's books had 1.5 cases per book. I give Miles Edgeworth Ace Attorney Investigations Volume 1 an 8 out of 10.